What up, YouTube? Timmers here. Since I'm doing my reviews for Ryan Reynolds movies because of Free Guy, here's my review for his 2010 film, Barry. Now, I will say this right now. Ryan Reynolds, the guy could do comedy really well. We've seen that with Deadpool. We've seen that with most recent Free Guy. But when he really wants to get into a serious role, he gets it pretty well. And Ryan Reynolds in Barry is probably one of his best performances, in my opinion. Not his best film, but if I do like my top 10 favorite performances of his, this will definitely be up there. I mean, he is so good in this film. I mean, it's pretty much Ryan Reynolds with buried inside a coffin with nothing but a phone and a match. I mean, some reason I always do love these type of movies where someone is in like a predicament where it's just themselves, whether it's Tom Hanks on an island, whether it's something like Tom Hardy, in a car. And so, of course, we get another one with Ryan Reynolds in pretty much a coffin here. And here you got Ryan Reynolds who plays this character named Paul Conroy, who ends up falling victim to a band of these insurgents. And so he awakens in this coffin with little more than a lighter and a cell phone. And he also has lots of growing anxiety as well. So he is faced with a drawing with pretty much oxygen supply and a dying battery. So he must fight. He must fight to survive and find a way to get out of there. And Ryan Reynolds is like, I'm not joking. I literally thought Ryan Reynolds should have got an Oscar nomination for this because he was so good. He was literally that good in this movie. Like, how did he not get an Oscar nomination is beyond me. But he really played his part really perfectly. The effects was really decent as well. You also had like mostly actors in this who ends up pretty much voicing here, like you had Samantha Mathis had like only a voice part. I mean, the whole movie is pretty much just Ryan Reynolds by himself. Like, there's not really much of a supporting cast here, and people who are in it, you mostly hear through their voices here. But yeah, this movie is so intense. It's directed by Rodrigo Cortés, who did such a great job directing Ryan Reynolds in this. I mean, it's been a while, like, so many roles, in Deadpool, with Free Guy, Detective Pikachu. It's always keep forgetting that Ryan Reynolds could do dramatic stuff really well. And Barry shows it. It's a really decent thriller worth checking out. I remember this thing getting released in 2010. I saw it in theaters. Like, I did not really knew much about it, to be honest here. But I decided to watch Barry anyway because I love Ryan Reynolds. But man, this is definitely a very intriguing Ryan Reynolds role and such a really decent film worth checking out if you guys haven't seen it. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen the Ryan Reynolds movie Barry? If so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Timu signing off.